Most people believe that crossing the finish line first makes you a champion. But what if the greatest victory you ever experience has nothing to do with being first? Think about it for a moment. You climb to the top. You beat everyone around. You stand there alone. The crowd may cheer, but does that applause actually fill the emptiness? In the world we live in, so many people chase trophies, titles, and personal glory. They sprint through life focused entirely on their own name, their own rise. But here is what nobody tells you. A trophy held by one hand weighs far less than a goal reached by many. True fulfillment doesn't come from standing alone at the peak. It arrives when you pull someone else up alongside you. So stay with me on this one, because the tale I'm about to share could shift the entire way you see your own journey. There once lived a young, fiercely competitive athlete called Marcus. Speed was his obsession. Every medal, every ribbon, they were oxygen to him. Nothing else mattered. One afternoon, his small village announced a foot race. Marcus and two rivals lined up at the starting mark. Villagers packed the dirt road to watch. Among them sat an elderly traveler, quiet and observant. Visiting from a distant place, the signal fired. All three bolted forward, nearly matched in stride. But Marcus had raw hunger. He surged ahead and broke through the finish before anyone else. The villagers roared, hands clapped, voices soared. Yet the old traveler did not move a muscle. His face remained perfectly still. No smile, no nod. Marcus, however, swelled with satisfaction. He felt untouchable. A second race was arranged. This time against two faster, tougher opponents. Marcus dug deep and once again blazed past them both. The crowd erupted even louder, stomping their feet in celebration. Still, the old traveler sat motionless, not a flicker of reaction. Marcus pounded his chest. Another challenge. Give me another, he demanded. The traveler slowly rose and gestured toward two new competitors. A frail elderly woman leaning on a cane, and a young man without sight. Marcus stared in disbelief. You cannot be serious. How is this fair? The traveler replied calmly. Every road is still a road. The signal came. Marcus exploded forward and reached the end in seconds. Behind him, the woman and the sightless man hadn't moved an inch. Past the starting point, a finish line means nothing. If you arrive there hollow, Marcus threw his arms high, expecting thunder from the spectators. But this time, total silence. Not one clap, not a single voice. Confused and shaken, Marcus turned toward the traveler. Why won't they celebrate? I clearly won. The traveler looked at him gently and said, Go back. This time, make sure every single person finishes. Marcus paused. Something shifted inside him. He walked back to the starting line, stood between his two competitors, and offered each of them a hand. The signal sounded once more. This time Marcus moved at their pace, guiding the blind man step by step, steadying the old woman stride by stride. Together, all three crossed the line as one. The crowd absolutely erupted, louder than every previous race combined. The traveler smiled broadly for the first time. Marcus, breathless but bewildered, asked, Sir, who exactly are they cheering for now? Which one of us earned their praise? The traveler placed a weathered hand on his shoulder and spoke softly. Today you did not win a race. You earned something no medal can hold. So ask yourself this: what race are you currently sprinting through? Are you leaving people behind just to hear your name called first? Because if your entire life is spent outrunning others, eventually the applause fades and nobody remains beside you. When your final chapter arrives and you glance over your shoulder, the question won't be how fast you ran. It will be who you carried along the way. Did you reach back for those who struggled? Did you cross that line together? Because the most meaningful race isn't the one you finish fastest. It's the one where everyone finishes because of you. If this story moved something inside you, tap that like button and tell me your thoughts below. Every comment fuels the next story here on Innerra Tales. Much gratitude for being part of this journey with me.